Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. About to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Running into the open space. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Back has it. Fights off a defender.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in.
There he goes. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. He's up to 47 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Makes the grab.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Let's go! Let's go! Snap to the back. Fighting off the defender. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the wildcat again. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. On target. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
How impressive has this offense been just hogging the ball? They've just been eating away at the clock. They've been matriculating the football down the field. And here they are scoring a touchdown on their opening possession. The opposing quarterback's like, bro, when am I going to get the ball? When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Right back to the well. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. To throw, it's Beltran. Grab near the marker, it's Saunders. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Now they'll run it to the right here.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Trying to get the edge on the right. Runs through a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to throw, it's Beltran. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Grove. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now at 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. Keep this drive alive.
4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tar Heels will go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Oh, he's got some
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Extra point here will tie the game. Oh, they blocked the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. Snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. Smashes ahead. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. The first down marker and still running. Right down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Louisville is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to run it. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Looking for a man. It's Beltran. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Saunders. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Defense playing a bail technique. Dropping back, it's Beltran. Rushes on him. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
One more snap coming before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They couldn't get it done with the run, and time is going to expire, and a missed opportunity in the red zone. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Set to get this second half underway. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
To the air, it's Beltran. Might be looking to run. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Sooner.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Into the end zone, no return on that one for a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Beltran. He lets it fly. Snags it on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tar Heels are on the move. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 50. The 30. At the 20. The 10. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Quarterback keeps it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 28 over USC. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Got a little space. Picks up the first down. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. After the run, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
What a great hit by the defender, forcing the incompletion. They knew coming into this game that they were going to try to throw the football to this guy because of his speed. It's game-breaking. So everybody on defense, always aware of where he's lining up, but these safeties especially, and these linebackers are aware. If this dude's coming over the middle of the field, we are going to put a hat on him, and we are going to make him feel us, and they did it right there on that play.
He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the Sooners looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
The Sooners are flying down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And his defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll line up to go for 2. Trying to power it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. To the air. It's Beltran. Trying to beat the D deep. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
They've got it at the 20 on 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Steps away. Going to try to get it himself. Got a first down. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Bringing it back. He's at the touchdown Sooners. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside the 25. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking downfield, it's Beltran. Extending the play. Dumps it off in the flats. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Back has it. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. They'll go to the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's moving out of the pocket. Creates a little room. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Beltran. Complete. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Direct snap. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start.